And I'm on my own. Well, I kept them alive. And it's time for me to find some gems. Wherever the hell they are. So either that door or it's somewhere over here. But there doesn't seem to be anything here. We got a chunk of karma we can spend again. Maybe another point in charisma? Oh, we get another etiquette. Awesome. So far it seems as either security has been the most useful. I don't know how long that's gonna last. It's quite possible we're gonna have to use another etiquette. That might help a bit. Street seems kind of logical. Possibly corporate. This is not an easy choice. Because who knows where the hell we're going. I mean, we are definitely involved in something big. I think. But on the other hand, it might also just be a serial killer. I'm gonna roll with streets. That kind of seems to fit my character the most anyway. And we have 2 karma left. Which we can save for... Well, we'll just save it and put some more points into something else in the future. Alright, we gotta find Stevie's stash and then go back. And there's our items. And we got the BTL recording of a lot of pain. Can be useful in the future. Stash. Oh, here's a whole chunk of things. Some loose Nuyen, that's 25. Just all junk. And a money clip full of Nuyen, another 75, and a med kit. Handy. Can we... No, this is blocked. And there's nothing here. And there's nothing here. Where is this gem stash? There's sort of a room. I think there's a room here we haven't checked. Yeah. Hello. I guess I'm out of zebra meats. Oh, he ate an AP? Jeez. Or maybe that was just the end of my thing. I should take him out. No, he's... Christ, yeah. He hurts, but I should win this battle, actually. My hellhound. Christ, that hurts. No, we should have that gem stash, though. There we go. I think it's about time to get the hell out of here. All the way back to the Seamstresses Union. Despite Coyote's clear desire to stand on her own 2 feet, Paco needs to help her through the door into the Seamstresses Union. Heads race and the front room of the bar falls strangely silent. Paco stands by her side now, not speaking, his dark eyes flat with fury. Coyote presses a rag to her clawed-up face. She winces, but manages to keep control as she breathes in slow, deep breaths to manage the pain. Taking a closer look, you see her arm isn't much more than shreds of meat and broken bone, held together by tendons and burned skin. It'll be a miracle if she still has it by the end of the night. Mrs. Kubota, standing bar herself on Paco walk, carries the mangled and bleeding Coyote into the Union. Soon as the boss lady lays eyes on the missing bartender, the place gets quiet. Fast. By the time she rounds the bar to meet you, Coyote's in the color of wet spackle and there's something new in her eye. Fear. There's a woman face down hellhounds by the side of Mrs. Kubota as was staring at the floor and mumbling. Woman, how dare you miss 2 shifts and then come back and bleed on my floor? I'm sorry, Mrs. Kubota, I had a run that went bad. So, Ka, I can see that. Your arm is a mess. Was this your crusade again? Do not answer. It will only upset me further. You caused me to worry about you, Coyote, and that distracted me from my business. Hi, Mrs. Kubota. My apologies again. Cherry, take her downstairs to Dr. Castle. Yes, ma'am. And tell Castle to put something new and shiny where that arm used to be. Mrs. Kubota, I can't afford a cyber arm. I am aware of your financial situation. When you are healed, we will discuss the concept of Giri. The concept of honor. Oh, the debt of honor. Now go. Bleed elsewhere. Yes, ma'am. She runs a tight ship. Her anger at Coyote's rashness slowly washes from her eyes and is replaced by tears. She sniffs, wipes them away, and inclines her head to you. Domo arigato, Rythian. That girl is precious to me. It is not often that we see acts like these in the Barrens. You have performed a great services for my little family, and I welcome you into my home. Consider it yours while your work keeps you here. But we both know that words are mere air. Beyond my thanks, I offer you this remuneration. Please take it as a show of respect. Whiz, I could use a bunk. This looks like my camp. I am honored, Mrs. Kubota. Thank you. You are most welcome, and I offer more than simple lodging. You will find that there is more to the Union than meets the eye. Below us is a small facility available exclusively for discriminating independent operatives like yourself. In it you will find vendors selling the best gear the black market has to offer, a fully equipped cyberdock, and a secure place to rest when the dreck hits the fan, as they say. This place is a safe house too? Indeed. Normally I require a percentage of the runner's income for the use of this facility, but as I said, you are family now. Consider it on the house. To gain entrance, play GAFFC on the piano. Thank you, Mrs. Kubota. How else may I be of service? Is Mr. Delilah here tonight? Yes, Mr. Delilah is in the back bar. That's usually where he does business. You mentioned Coyote's crusade. What is it? Coyote grew up in the Royale, but managed to escape that life. However, her cousin was apparently not so lucky. He came to town about a year ago and fell in with the wrong circle. He was introduced to sim chips and became addicted to BTLs. Coyote has been tearing her way through chip houses for months now, searching for him and acting as a one-woman cleanup crew. If you don't mind, how did you get involved in all this? I am a former runner. Now I provide a safe haven and a marketplace for runners who need a trustworthy place to congregate and do business. Are any Johnsons or fixers here tonight? In addition to Mr. Delilah, you may wish to speak to Van Gra. He is often stateside. Van Gra is most often a receiver of found articles, but he occasionally has work. I'll be going now. Looks like we've got a new place for business. Is Paco still around? I guess he is. Now, let's have a chat with Van Gra, and then we can have a chat with Delilah, and then we can check out all the stuff in the black market. Van Gra is busy talking on his comlink, checking his heads-up display and motioning to a runner standing nearby, all at the same time. He's an intense little man. You can sense that he likes to look busy. I'm Van Gra. Make it quick. Business good. Talk to me. Mrs. Kubota said you're a fixer? Nothing for you tonight. Sorry. I'm doing a thing right now. Important thing. Talk to you later. Oh, hey, guy. One more thing. He covers his comlink for a moment. Tilts his head your way, but you can see he's still staring at his HUD. I'm a fence too. If you got anything you need to unload, come see me. Oh, right. Well, I guess he's busy. Right. Let's talk to this Delilah guy. Johnny Clean? Hey Johnny, I'm looking to where Cherry took Coyote. Piano's a little out of tune. Check it out. What about Clue? Evening. I see Coyote is back, looking only a little worse for wear. We have you to thank for that? The hulking troll bouncer in the immaculate suit stands as impassively as ever. The absence of dust on his broad shoulders is the only real indication that the man ever moves. He nods to you when you approach. The having her back part, yes. You have the gratitude of everyone here, especially mine. Couldn't stomach losing anyone else so soon after what happened to Sam. You feel protective over the people here. Immensely, toward anyone who walks through that door, be they employee or patron. Unless they mean ill will, of course. Mind if I ask you a few questions? Haven't minded so far. Did you hear anything else about Sam's death? People are saying it was the Ripper, but people say a lot of things about what they don't know, or what they don't understand. You know where I can find a fence? I think Van Gra is at the bar near the stage. Dwarf with a cyber eye. Can't miss him. Alright, good, so I guess he wasn't making up stuff. How long have you been working for Mrs. Kubota? I crawled here after I awoke. Mrs. Kubota took me in and gave me a job. I've been here ever since. I should be going. Catch you round. Let's have a little piano solo then. The piano seems normal until you notice it's very rigid. Upon further investigation, it's because the piano is bolted to the wall. A close look at the floor reveals skid marks, indicating that the piano slides to the left. GAFFC. As you slowly peck the notes out on the keyboard, they spark a faint memory of wonder. Immediately forgotten as the entire piano slides to the left, revealing a hidden staircase. You descend the stairs into the Union Safe House. The entrepreneur Mrs. Kubota has combined everything a runner might need into one-stop shopping experience. Black market equipment and a whole bunch of other stuff that I can't seem to get to read in time. Alright, what are we going on here? No bunks, welcome. There's something here? Ah. This is my stash then, excellent. I can grab a medkit. Let's keep one slot open. This is a pretty nice place to keep around. This is the castle, Dr. Castle. We've got Eric, which chatted with before. Change your clothes, change your life, right? Not only you look better, not that you look bad now or anything, but each one will help to keep you on the right side of the ground. Take a look. Show me what you have. Does he has anything cooler? Because I don't know. I guess he doesn't. It's the basic stuff that he had before. An Algernon? Past the bar, the edges of the safe house become somewhat indistinct due to the magical haze surrounding the particular elf. The man seems only half of this realm, his mind wandering the far horizons of the astral space, while his body peddles his otherworldly wares. Good evening, young human. Welcome to this humble home that we call the Union. I am Algernon Halfdream. To ease your way through the sixth world, I offer you the best in magical foci, spells, and fetishes for the conjuring of spirits. Not my thing, really. We've got T.B. Gruberman. Theodore Buster Gruberman is a well-groomed orc, dressed with precision that suggests the straight lines of a military officer's uniform. His hair is cropped short, high and tight, as they say, and the neatness this presents is only compromised by the uneven tusks protruding from his mouth. The only other defect in this picture of perfection is the man's cybernetic right arm, which is obvious enough to be noticeable, but not so obvious as to ruin the line of his suit. When he speaks, the orc's voice is soft and thoughtful, and he talks almost exclusively in numbers. Calibers, ranges, rounds per second, arc of fire, razoring factor, tensile strength, and of course, price. Bunker Buster Gruberman at your service. Friends call me Buster. I also answer to Sergeant, Sir, and even Theodore on occasion. Anytime you're in the market for firearms, ammunition, or ordnance, I'm your man. How can I help you? What exactly do you sell here? Things that go bang in all shapes and sizes, plus other odds and ends on occasion. Consider me your own personal armory. All weapons are guaranteed to meet strict UCAS military spec or your money back. In addition, I can handle routine maintenance, repairs, and upgrades if you so desire. And if that wasn't enough, I also teach a safety and instructional course every weekend. This week we're covering bayonets. Mark my words, they're making a comeback. So what can I get you? Well, let's take a look at what you got. Finally! We've got a Seska Black Scorpion, which is, well, really it's the same damage, but it's got more cap. So I'm gonna roll with that one. The rest is non-pistols and grenades and medkits, but we have a chunk of medkits, so no real rush, honestly. Let's pick up the Black Scorpion. Let's equip the Black Scorpion. No, oh yeah, it is equipped. I guess we can have all three. Actually, there's no real point in having the facility equipped anymore. Can we sell? No, I don't think we can sell. Nothing right now. And David Fry the second. Every inch of the tech alcove is covered in chaotic patchwork quilt of circuit boards, chips, wires, displays, and a million other things that you can't identify. In the eye of this techno-bit storm stands a dwarf, immaculately dressed and supremely calm. I know that look. Don't let the size of the shop fool you. I can get any Matrix hardware or software that exists, and if it doesn't exist, then I can get it made for you. Any questions I can answer, or any gear you need. What do you have for sale? We have a decent deck, but I can imagine other stuff could be pretty useful as well. Immediately we have a couple of items we can pick up. Spells, so to speak, are more likely programs. A Craftwork 1 is pretty good. It's 4 programs. ESP's evasion. Let's roll with that. Programs are more for actual fighting in the cybernet or whatever it's called. I am going to get a suppression and a killer and a medic, and then we are almost out of money, but there we go. It's got our deck pretty equipped. We're gonna make sure that one is equipped instead. Oh, we've got plenty of programs then. Excellent. See you later. Oh, I'm being rude. Let me also introduce you to a resident decker and my good friend Johnny Clean. While in the same overalls you saw him in upstairs, down here, leaning over a workbench crammed with the circuit boards, cables and chips, Johnny Clean seems a totally different person. You get the impression that Johnny was once as hot and as visible as the most infamous deckers today. Glad to see you down here. Happy to be of help if I can be. Why are you dressed as a janitor? Did I stand out upstairs? No. Janitors never do. When I was younger, I had a rep for getting in and getting out of systems so cleanly that no one knew I was there. Half the matrix runs that earned me my rep were made possible because I was able to get inside the facility posing as a janitor. Now just sort of part of me. Is it true that you were part of the Echo Mirage team? Let me take this one. Listen, I've known the guy for over a decade and he's been smart enough not to tell me. So he's sure as hell not going to tell you about anything these days. For your health and his, best to let the subject drop. See you guys around. Let's have a chat with Castle, the doctor. Make it quick and easy to operate. Thanks for helping me out back there. Look like you can use a hand. Ouch, bad joke right now. She looks down at her mangled arm. Okay folks, I'm gonna have to ask you to sit in the waiting area, watch some trivia or something. This young lady and I have work to do. I have some questions first. Rythian, can't you see she's in pain? Do you see that arm tremor? I have to operate. Now. Okay, Coyote, let's take a look at your face. Leave it. Excuse me? Coyote? I earned this face. By being stupid. I'm gonna keep it. End story. Whatever you say, kid. With one swift move, she sinks a syringe into Coyote's thigh. Nighty nights. Mike, I need to talk about Sam Watts. Oh, she seems okay now. Coyote looks better and worse than when you last saw her. All the gaping holes are plugged and she's sporting a new shiny cyber arm, but now that the adrenaline has worn off, it's clear that she needs some rest. Good morning. Thanks to the miracle of modern medicine, combined with Doc Castle's magic healing powers, I'm almost as good as new. Better, really. Nice arm. Thanks. Mrs. Kubota will have me working it out for the rest of my life. You look like you've got something on your mind. Yeah, I have some questions. What kind of questions? About Sam Watts. Sam Watts? What about him? Sam's dead. Holy drag. Sam. I can't say I'm surprised. He was on a downward spiral for a long time. What can I tell you? Tell me about Sam. I hear you liked him. I did. It made me laugh. No one else seemed to like Sam's jokes, but I did. No accounting for tastes, Sam made some bad jokes. Not when he was sober. He was chill. And funny. I guess I knew him the best of everyone here. Sorry, he's gone. You served Sam the night he died. What do you remember about that night? It was a pretty average night. Regular crowd, as I remember. Sam was drinking with a guy named Armitage. Jake Armitage? Yeah, you know him? Met him. He's a charmer, too. I like gingers. Anyway, Jake and Sam were having a few... Well, Jake were having a few. Sam were tossing him back, but good. Eventually he got loud, the way he sometimes did when he mixed drinking and who knows what, and Mrs. Kubota wanted him ejected. Mr. Clue wasn't around, can't remember why, so she asked Jake to do the honors. Jake dragged him out the back into the alley, and that's the last I saw Sam. You say he got loud, do you remember what he was saying? Standard Sam Drek. How he grew up rich and didn't deserve this, how he hated his mother, how he loved his mother. It was pretty pathetic stuff. How bad was his drinking? If it was just a drinking, it would have been bad. But Sam wasn't the monogamous type. He dabbled in everything. Booze, chips, drugs, he loved the nitro. Whatever he could get his hands on. It wasn't always like that, but once he got sick, he started using more and more stuff to try to forget about it. Sam was sick? Dying? Didn't you know? Yeah, everyone could tell. You could just look at him and see he was a walking corpse. It had to be the drinking. Then he disappeared for a while, and one day he came back all better. Looked good even. Did he say how he got better? He said his mom helped him out. Never said how though. So, Sam was sick, went and got better, and came back and was vague about it. Blind Lucy had some pretty bad eyes, went and got better, was very vague about it. Patterns. Did Sam have any enemies? Enemies? It's hard to say. Sam partied hard, and when he did, he ran his mouth off pretty good. Got his ass kicked on more than one occasion, but no, I don't think he had any enemies. At least none that I'm aware of. Oh, where did he live? On the streets mostly. He'd occasionally convince someone to let him flop on their couch, but he'd always overstay his welcome and got kicked out after a few days. Sometimes I'd sneak him down there so he could crash in one of the bunks. He used one the night before I saw him last. Thanks, Coyote. Now I need you two to do something for me. What do you need, babe? I need you to talk to Mr. Delilah for me about the Royale run. It's usually upstairs. Tell him I didn't get the gems. Maybe I can take another run at it when I recover. I will. I have the gems, though. Can I just give him some more? I guess I'll give it to Delilah, I suppose. Alright, this must have been Sam's bunk, then. It's a mess and it reeks of booze, but there's an old photograph. Picture of a blonde boy and girl about age 14 sitting on the dock at the edge of a lake. They appear to be twins. The boy has his arm tighter on the girl's shoulder and is mugging for the camera. The girl is planting a kiss on his cheek while making rabbit ears behind his head with her fingers. Check the back of the photo. Sam and Jessica, Lake Sammamish State Park, summer 2040. I'll keep that. Sam had a twin sister named Jessica. I found something in the bunk Sam was using. Yeah, great, what was it? A photo. Did you know Sam had a twin sister? Yeah, I did. He mentioned her once or twice. It didn't sound like they got along that well. He was rambling on about her last time I saw him. By that point he was completely gone. I really couldn't follow what he was saying, but he sounded miserable. Your comlink chips, and the screen shows the smiling face of Officer Aguirre. If he's smiling, it must be about money. Officer Aguirre, what a pleasure to hear from you. Yeah, we're buddies. Let's go dancing soon. Listen, the Ripper got another one. The victim worked at the NTSB investigation facility down on the docks. You owe me for this. Put it on my tab. You there now? Better get here quick, before McCluskey arrives. The image-turning PDA dissolves as the call ends. Another Ripper murder? Where? The docks. I gotta go. Okay, listen, I want to help. You dragged me out of the Royale before something bad happened. Worse than getting my arm torn off, and Sam was my friend. You head to the docks, and I'll see if I can track down Sam's sister Jessica. She might be able to help us. Thanks, I appreciate the help. Well, let's talk to Delilah, and then get to this warehouse. No, there he is. Mr. Delilah looks small and tough, with an untraceable shoddy on his back and a heavy vest under his trench coat. He's got the air of someone who gets things done and occasionally does them himself. He might be an ex-runner, one of the rare ones smart enough to move over to management when he felt his reflexes slowing down. What do you want? Mr. Delilah, we have business to discuss. What business? I got no business with you. We're with Coyote. She's indisposed at the moment. The mention of Coyote, he finally gave you his full attention. Why didn't you say so? Coyote is late and my client's getting anxious. Where is she? Downstairs, trying on a new arm. Your run went south for her. No kidding. Well, whatever. She's tough, she'll pull through. So who are you two? This is Coyote's boyfriend, Paco. I'm Rythian. What is this, a romance trade? I don't give a crap about boyfriend. Where's the stones? I'm gonna keep back the pebble with the runes on it and give him the rest. In an instant, there's a jeweler's scope on his eye. Moving quickly through what appears to be the most valuable stones, he stops but he can't find what he's looking for. He glares at you furious and throws the rest of the gems in your face. It's not here! What? Let me explain the way the world works to you. I hire someone to do a job, they do it, and they get paid and we part happy. Now, you have something that I paid Coyote to get for me. That makes it mine. So you give me the pebble and we won't make any more work for Johnny Clean. Maybe if you told me more about the pebble, it might jog my memory. I'm smart enough not to ask my clients what they want, where they want. Just arrange for them to get it. Now hand it over. Oh, there you go. Coyote may not have told you, but the penalty for being late with the delivery was no payment. But I'm feeling magnanimous today, so you guys can keep the gems I threw in your damn face. Listen, you look like the sort of man who might run a crew of your own someday. Might need a little talent. When that happens, you come to me. I'll set you up. Looks like you impressed him. No offense for those gems. Mangra, follow me. We're done for now. Buzz. So be it. Pebble. Might be something to it. But it's gone for now. You're back. Still busy. What's your story? I can see you're a busy man. That's right, and so I wouldn't bother you if I hadn't come into possession of these rare stones. Rare stones, huh? Let's see these rare stones. You hear the servos and Van Grass's cyber-eye whir as a magnifying lens slips into position. He bends his head over the stones for 2 seconds. Maybe less. Huh. Where do you get this, Drek? A gumball machine? I'll give you 1,000 for them. Well, I can't do any of that. Let's check our karma. We got 9 points. We could literally put all those points into charisma, which would probably get us a better deal. Or we can start putting some points into quickness and ranged combat. I'm honestly looking... I'm gonna go with charisma, honestly. I feel that that's gonna be really useful. Oh, didn't we take this already before? Then we might as well pick up... Is it worth picking up Academic just to talk to him? I swear we clicked Street before. There we go. Let's chat with him. Oops, wrong one. Ready to unload those stones? Yes. Oh, come on, no! I was supposed to be able to use my charisma for that thing. That's so not cool.